name is Sharna Langley. I am a Reiki master and intuitive healer, and I'm going to share with you a distance Reiki healing session for ancestral clearing. So this Reiki session is optimal when we are releasing the energies that have carried through us, through our DNA and epigenetics related to our ancestral family line. So we're going to start out by simply connecting into the breath, taking a few nice deep low belly inhales and exhales. On the inhale, collecting up any energy you no longer need, releasing it on the exhale. And just beginning to flow with the breath a few more times in that way. Really allowing yourself to ground and center and become present in this current moment. I'm going to ask you to drop down into your root chakra, grow a nice big tree root down into the ground, letting your little rootlets replicate and multiply all underneath you. And allowing a sense of calm and gentleness to come into the body. A gentle shower of white light coming into the crown of the head, flowing straight down through the body, cleansing and clearing here from the inside out. And as we begin to call in this ancestral healing, I'm inviting you to place your hands on your sacral chakra. This is in between the hips, just below the belly button. The color at your sacral chakra is orange. So if colors are calming and healing for you, you can call in a really beautiful orange colored energy. The left side of our body represents our feminine, so our maternal ancestral line. The right side of the body represents the masculine or paternal ancestral line. For those who are adopted, you may have two separate energy centers, one for the family line that you were adopted into and one for the birth line. When we do this healing, it's unimportant to designate which side of the body and which ancestry you're healing. That being said, if you would like to set that intention right now for which part of the body you are seeking to heal, which ancestral line, maternal or paternal, biological or adoptive, you're welcome to set that intention now. And then you're welcome to also place the hands on either the left or right side. Again, if you are intentionally working on a particular energy center, if you're working on the maternal side, you could place your hands on to the left of the belly button, left of under the belly button, so towards the left hip bone. If you're working on the paternal side, towards the right hip bone. And if you'd like, you can simply have your hands resting however feels most comfortable to you. I'm going to begin by bringing a nice gentle flow of Reiki all around the body. Just a nice gentle shimmering white light. Beginning to already feel your entire energetic vibration rising upward, moving up into the realm of deep unconditional love. And it's not uncommon when we do ancestral healing work to begin to feel ancestors visiting us. If they are welcome energies to you, you can invite them to be present. If they are unwelcome for whatever reason, you can simply send them away. And I'm going to create some space now with the Reiki healing that I am sending to you to close any unwanted ancestral doors. We absolutely can still do this healing work regardless of whether or not certain doors are opened or closed. All of us have a different relationship with our ancestry and who feels welcome and who does not. So I'm sending some Reiki healing to support you in closing those doors to anybody that is not welcome. And for any of those persistent ancestors, simply saying, please leave, you are not welcome here. Doing that as many times as you need until they leave your space. You are senior in your own space. So the only energies that are ever allowed in your space are those that you allow. And so that also means that sometimes we do this unconsciously, but this is a great moment to exercise those boundaries. And we use this white light that's just shimmering all around you to also help support that releasing energy. Anytime that it's needed, you are welcome to take in a nice deep inhale, exit it out through the mouth or the nose. And now I'm going to begin to work directly on the ancestral lineage. And so this Reiki healing energy is going to wherever you have set the intention. It can be for a blanket ancestral healing, so this goes wherever it is needed most. Or you can specify maternal, paternal, biological, adoptive, and you can also specify particular people on the ancestral line. So you can be as specific or as general as you would like. Now I'm going to begin beaming energy towards the ancestral line or lines that are receiving the healing. And this goes into your sacral chakra, fills the sacral chakra up to overflowing, and then it goes through the ancestral line or lines. You have just as much right to clear your ancestral code and your ancestral energy as anybody else on your ancestral line. We are not doing actual Reiki healing on these individuals. We are doing it on the line. And sometimes that can have really profound effects on the people themselves. The goal of this Reiki healing is to clear anything that you have inherited that is not serving you any longer. This is not of your highest and best good. So we send this energy as far back on the ancestral line as it will go. So you can watch this video many, many, many different times, and you'll get many different experiences of the ancestral healing based on your intention, based on what is needed, and also based on how far you went the previous time. We can almost always go further again the next time. Continuing to be with your breath. I'm still beaming here at the sacral. And now I'm going to begin to do a little dedicated clearing of certain aspects of the line. And so you might feel a little fine-tuning as I'm doing this work. Moving backwards and forwards. That's one of the beautiful things about ancestral healing. We can also work on the line for future generations. So if you have future generations past your line, children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, all of those future lines, all those future individuals, even those that have not been born yet, benefit from all the ancestral work that you are doing. If you would like a visual to work on for yourself, my favorite visual is to imagine taking a really fine polishing cloth, like you would polish silver or jewelry with. And you can imagine one line or both lines or multiple lines moving out of the body, and you can take that little gentle polishing piece of cloth and just start to clear that line. So just gently moving that cloth up and down the ancestral line, polishing it, if you will, clearing off any dust or dirt. until that line shines brightly and beautifully. If at any point you find yourself getting a little resistance from the line, which is totally natural and normal, we just stop. You can either hop over it or you can come back and work on something else. When we do healing work, we never want to force. Forcing creates often healing crises. So instead, we go gently. We go with where the flow is moving. If we get subtle resistance, we could try to move just a little bit, see if we can kind of get some movement very gently. But if we get too much pushback, that is a sign that this, whatever this is not ready for us just yet. So spending a few more moments here clearing these ancestral lines. And I'm going to go ahead now and bring a little gentle healing to the heart. So often when we do ancestral healing, it brings up grief. It's a predominant emotion we may feel, in addition to lightness and brightness and all the wonderful feelings. But sometimes grief comes up, so we work here at the heart to just gently support some clearing of any grief. Longing is another feeling that often comes up here in the heart, wanting something to be different than it was, wanting something other than what you received. So in the heart, we get the opportunity also to work on acceptance, not forced acceptance. If we're not ready yet, we just work more on healing. But eventually we find ourselves moving into a place of acceptance. Have you take a big breath here, inhaling in, exhaling out. 2 more nice big inhales and exhales in that way. And then 1 more moment, we're going to touch down at the root. Before we complete this clearing and healing, we want to just ground. So feel yourself grounding really deeply through the feet. You can release any final energies down and out through the feet. We'll bring in a little bit more white light into the crown. Feeling it flow straight down through the body. Cleansing and clearing any last little bits from today's healing, and also expanding that white light so it's like you're standing under a waterfall. This will cleanse and clear out the entire auric field. I also have several aura cleansing and clearing meditations that I will link at the bottom of this healing video. If you'd like to follow up this healing with a cleansing meditation, that may be helpful, and or also a shielding meditation. And as we come to a close with this Reiki healing, if you'd like to put your hands on your heart, we're going to give gratitude to the ancestral line for being open and willing and receptive to this healing work. Gratitude to any helpers on the other side, any ancestors who are willing to shift and change and transform so that you and they and future generations may heal. I'm finishing up with a really beautiful white light shield all around you, so that when you open your eyes, come back into the space, you feel joyous and refreshed and ready to move with your day. We are complete with this healing. Thank you so much for joining me here. If you've liked this video, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel, turned on your notifications, and perhaps a like or a comment would be helpful as well. I always love to receive feedback on my videos. Otherwise, sending you all so much love and brightest blessings.